Imagine a world sculpted by the relentless hand of time, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the golden grass whispers secrets to the wind. Here in the heart of the wild there are no boundaries, only the raw pulse of life and the ever-present shadow of danger. The savage kingdom is a realm where every sunrise ignites a symphony of survival, and every dusk brings the hush of uncertainty. In this untamed expanse, the only law is nature's law, and every creature must etch its story into the earth, one heartbeat at a time. The air is thick with the scent of dew and earth, and the silence is broken only by the distant calls of unseen animals, echoing across the plains like ancient songs. This is the savage kingdom where beauty and peril are woven together. The savanna is a living tapestry. Golden grasslands ripple beneath brooding skies, and the air vibrates with the tension of predator and prey. Every moment is a fragile balance, a dance between life and death played out in the open, with no place to hide. The clouds above cast shifting shadows, painting the land in ever-changing patterns, while the grass sways in waves, hiding secrets and stories beneath its surface. As the first rays of dawn spill across the plains, the world awakens in a surge of movement. Wildebeest gather in restless herds, their hooves drumming a steady rhythm across the earth. The golden light glimmers on dew-soaked grass, casting long shadows where danger may lurk. Each sunrise is a promise and a warning, hope for the day ahead, and a reminder that survival is never certain. The air is alive with the low grunts and snorts of the herd, the flutter of birds taking flight, and the distant roar of a lion greeting the new day. Life here is lived on a razor's edge. The cheetah, a master of stealth, glides through the grass, muscles coiled in anticipation. The gazelle, ever watchful, senses the threat in the air, ears flicking, nostrils flaring, ready to flee at the slightest hint of movement. One misstep, one moment of hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. The tension is palpable, as every blade of grass becomes a potential hiding place, every gust of wind a possible warning. The law of survival is absolute, binding every creature from the smallest insect clinging to a trembling leaf to the lioness prowling with silent determination. Each life is a thread in the vast web of existence, and every action ripples outward, shaping the fate of the kingdom. Even the tiniest insect, its wings glistening with morning dew, plays a role in this intricate dance, while the lioness moves with purpose, her senses attuned to every sound and scent. In this world, every animal has a role to play. Elephant families move with gentle strength, their bonds unbreakable as they shield their young from lurking threats. Wild dogs, relentless and cunning, hunt in perfect harmony, their teamwork a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. The ground trembles beneath the elephant's heavy steps, while the wild dogs communicate with subtle glances and yips, weaving through the grass like a single living organism. The strong clash for dominance, their roars echoing across the plains, while the clever adapt and endure. A baboon, resourceful and quick-witted, uses a stick to unearth hidden food, proving that intelligence is as vital as strength in this endless contest. The dust rises as lions battle for supremacy, their manes bristling, while the baboon's nimble fingers pry open the secrets of the earth. There are no villains or heroes here, only survivors. A zebra herd thunders across the grass, stripes blurring in a desperate bid for safety, while a lone hyena scours the land for scraps, guided by hunger and instinct. Each animal is shaped by the challenges of its world, driven by the need to endure. The pounding of hooves sends vibrations through the ground, and the hyena's laughter echoes in the twilight, a haunting reminder of the constant struggle. Even the king of beasts is not immune to hardship. A lion waits in the shade, hunger gnawing at his belly, while a tiny shrew darts across the rocks, every heartbeat a gamble against the odds. Hunger and fear are constant companions, binding all creatures in a silent pact of survival. The lion's eyes are heavy with longing, and the shrew's tiny feet barely make a sound as it races for cover. Danger is everywhere, hidden in the grass, coiled in the form of a venomous snake, or unleashed by the fury of the elements. Torrential rains can turn the land into a churning sea, and a single storm can reshape the fate of countless lives. Lightning splits the sky, and the scent of wet earth fills the air as animals seek shelter from the deluge, their instincts guiding them through the chaos. The struggle for survival is relentless. Antelope gather at shrinking waterholes, their eyes scanning for threats as they drink. Birds labor tirelessly, weaving nests from twigs and hope, determined to secure a future for their young. The water ripples with every cautious sip, and the birds' songs rise above the grass, a chorus of determination and resilience. This is the essence of the savage kingdom, a land of epic migrations where rivers of life flow across the plains and ancient rhythms guide the movements of millions. The stories of the wild are written in dust, in blood, and in the silent language of survival. The ground is marked by countless tracks, each one a testament to journeys taken and battles fought. Here moments of power and sacrifice unfold with breathtaking intensity. An elephant shields her calf from danger, her presence a fortress of love. A lioness explodes into action, chasing a wildebeest across the open plain, her every muscle straining for the prize that means life for her pride. The air is thick with dust and adrenaline, and the cries of the hunt echo across the land. These are not just stories, they are the raw, unfiltered truth of existence. In the glint of an eye and the tension of a stare, we glimpse the primal forces that shape the world, and the unbreakable will to survive. Every gaze is a silent conversation, every encounter a test of strength, wit, and endurance. Existence here is a battle, and resilience is the only shield. A young wildebeest runs for its life, legs pumping in a desperate race against fate. A weathered buffalo stands firm against the wind, its scars a testament to the trials endured and overcome. The wind howls across the plains, carrying with it the stories of those who have survived and those who have fallen. By witnessing these struggles, we come to understand the strength that pulses through every living thing, the will to survive, to protect, to thrive. These are the stories that unite the wild, binding predator and prey in a shared journey. The zebra foal nuzzles close to its mother, and the herds graze in uneasy peace, always alert to the shifting winds of fortune. The savage kingdom is a living testament to the power of nature. A vulture circles high above, eyes sharp for opportunity, while a lioness rests, her sides heaving after the chase. Each creature is a chapter in the endless saga of survival. The sky is a stage for silent watchers, and the ground is a canvas painted with the footprints of the wild. Every animal, from the warthog rooting in the earth to the meerkat standing sentinel at its burrow, is simply trying to live. Each day is a new page in the ever-unfolding story of the wild. The warthog's snout digs for roots, and the meerkat's eyes scan the horizon, ever vigilant, ever hopeful. There are no certainties, only the relentless pursuit of another dawn. As the sun breaks over the acacia, an exhausted animal finds a moment's peace, knowing the cycle will begin anew. The world is bathed in golden light, and for a brief moment the kingdom breathes in quiet harmony. This is the story of life in its purest form. The savage kingdom beckons, its wild heart beating with untold drama and awe. Step inside and witness the eternal struggle that shapes the world. Here the wild endures, and the story continues, untamed, unbroken, and forever magnificent. In the animal world, territory is the very heartbeat of existence. Every patch of land, every drop of water is a coveted prize, fiercely contested, endlessly patrolled. Here survival is not just a matter of brute force, but a delicate dance of cunning, patience, and relentless determination. The wild is a chessboard, and every creature is both player and piece, locked in a never-ending contest to claim and defend a place to call home. A territory is more than a simple refuge. It is a lifeline, a sanctuary, and a fortress. It offers food, water, and shelter, the essentials for survival and the promise of a future. For many, it is the only shield against prowling predators, the only safe haven to nurture the next generation. The boundaries of a territory are invisible, yet they are as real and vital as the air itself. The battle lines are drawn not with weapons, but with scent, sound, and spectacle. Animals mark their boundaries with pungent odors, thunderous calls, and bold, dramatic postures. Each signal is a warning, a declaration. This land is claimed, and trespassers will face the consequences. The air is thick with tension, every sense tuned to the faintest sign of intrusion. In the shadowed forests, a wolf pack moves as one, united, vigilant, and purposeful. Each member contributes to the invisible web of scent trails that define their domain. Their message is unmistakable. Cross this border and you will awaken the fury of the pack. The tension is electric, every ear pricked for the softest footfall, every nose twitching for the faintest foreign scent. These invisible boundaries are the front lines of a silent, ever-present war. Patrols are constant, eyes scan the horizon, ears flick at the faintest rustle. Every day, challengers test the resolve of those who hold the land, probing for weakness, seeking opportunity. The tension never fades, it is woven into the fabric of daily life. The stakes could not be higher. A rich territory means full bellies, healthy young, and the promise of tomorrow. A poor one means hunger, weakness, and the ever-present shadow of death. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a single hidden waterhole, a patch of shade beneath a lone tree, or a cluster of fruiting branches. When resources dwindle, desperation grows. Rivals circle, tempers flare, and the struggle for territory erupts into open conflict. The air crackles with anticipation as animals size each other up, each determined to hold their ground. The contest is not always loud. Sometimes it is a tense standoff, a battle of wills, where a single step forward or backward can decide the outcome. In the muddy rivers, hippos wage brutal battles for dominance. Their displays are thunderous, mouths gaping, teeth bared, bodies surging through the water. The violence is sudden and shocking, each combatant driven by a primal need to rule. The river becomes a stage for raw power, where only the most formidable can hope to prevail. The clash is fierce, jaws snap, tusks slash, and the water churns with fury. The pain is real, the fear raw, but retreat means exile. Only the strongest, most determined, can hold their ground. The defeated are left scarred, sometimes fatally wounded, forced to wander in search of a new home, their dreams of dominance shattered. This struggle is not limited to giants. Tiny hummingbirds duel in mid-air, their wings a blur as they fiercely guard nectar-rich trees. Damselfish dart and nip, defending their algae gardens from intruders with relentless energy. Every species, no matter how small, is drawn into the contest, each with its own strategies and tactics. The confrontations are tense, often silent. Eyes lock, bodies tense, and the air is thick with anticipation. Sometimes a display is enough, a show of strength, a warning posture, a bluff that sends the challenger away. But when words fail, violence follows. The outcome is swift, and the victor claims the spoils. For mothers with young, the stakes are even higher. Without a secure territory, their offspring are exposed to danger at every turn. Every day is a battle to find shelter, to keep the next generation safe from prowling predators and ambitious rivals. The future of the species depends on the outcome of these daily struggles. The land itself is the ultimate prize. It shapes destinies, determines who will flourish and who will fade. Every patch of earth, every hidden corner is a battleground where the future is decided. The soil, the water, the shelter, these are the treasures for which every creature fights. From the tiniest ant defending its tunnel to the mightiest elephant leading its herd, all creatures are bound by the same law. The fight for territory is universal, relentless, and deeply emotional. Each species has its own methods. Some rely on stealth, others on strength, and some on sheer persistence. The need for a home pulses through every heartbeat. It is the force that drives animals to risk everything, to fight, to endure, and to survive. The den, the nest, the burrow, these are more than shelters. They are the heart of every life, the center of every struggle. In the savage kingdom, the battle for territory is the ultimate test. It is a contest of strength, strategy, and spirit, a struggle where the stakes are nothing less than life itself. Every sunrise brings new challenges. Every sunset marks another day survived in the endless war for a place to call home. In the wild, every society is ruled by a hierarchy, a relentless order forged through contests of strength and unyielding will. From the tiniest insect colony to the grandest mammal herd, dominance is not given, but seized and defended through constant trials of power, cunning, and resolve. In the heart of a wolf pack, the alpha's authority is not simply inherited. It is earned in a series of tense, sometimes brutal confrontations. Each member knows their place, and every day brings subtle tests, an assertive glance, a low growl, a challenge met or avoided. In the treetops, a troop of baboons is ruled by a single alpha, whose reign is marked by both aggression and strategic alliances. The matriarchal elephants, meanwhile, form a living fortress, their unity a testament to the strength of leadership and the bonds of kinship. At the summit stands the dominant animal, first to feed, safest from danger, and with the right to breed. This position is coveted, but it comes with a heavy burden, the need to constantly assert authority and repel challengers. Picture the alpha lion, his mane bristling as he claims the choicest cut of a fresh kill, while the pride waits in tense silence. Or the dominant chimpanzee, chest pounding, displaying his might to keep rivals at bay. Each meal, each moment of rest is a privilege won through vigilance and the ever-present threat of challenge. For wolves, the alpha leads the hunt, orchestrating every move with precision. In lion prides, the dominant male defends his family from rivals, while the matriarchal elephant guides her herd to water and safety. Their leadership is the difference between life and death for the group. The silverback gorilla, towering and vigilant, positions himself between danger and his family, his presence alone enough to deter most threats. Each leader's decisions ripple through the group, shaping the fate of every member. The struggle for dominance is fierce and dramatic. Red deer stags lock antlers in the mist, pushing and twisting with every ounce of strength. Bison bulls crash together in thunderous displays, while mountain goats risk deadly falls as they battle on sheer cliffs. Each contest is a test of endurance, tactics, and raw determination. The air is thick with tension as the stags circle, their breath steaming in the cold dawn. The clash of antlers echoes through the forest, each blow a gamble with fate. On the cliffs, mountain goats leap and collide, hooves scraping stone, the abyss yawning below. Victory means survival. Defeat can mean oblivion. These battles can last for hours, leaving the defeated battered and exhausted. The victor stands tall, but every wound is a reminder of the price of power. For the loser, the cost is exile, injury, or even death. An exhausted stag, bloodied and trembling, stands alone as the new champion claims the herd. A battered wolf limps away from the pack, his place lost, his future uncertain. The emotional toll is as real as the physical. Pride shattered, bonds broken, destinies rewritten in the aftermath of conflict. In some species, alliances shift the balance. Coalitions of male lions join forces to seize control, while cheetah brothers hunt together, outmaneuvering rivals. Wild dogs challenge their alpha, testing the limits of loyalty and ambition. Every alliance is fragile, every partnership a potential rivalry. Young lions, once brothers, may turn on each other when the time comes to claim a pride. Cheetah siblings, bound by blood, must still compete for food and mates. In the wild dog pack, a single misstep can turn friend into foe, as ambition simmers beneath the surface. Defeat brings exile. The vanquished are cast out, forced to wander alone through hostile lands. Vulnerable and isolated, they must adapt quickly or face a slow, solitary decline. The exiled wolf, once surrounded by kin, now faces the silence of the wilderness. The defeated lion, mane ragged, disappears into the tall grass, his roar replaced by the quiet struggle for survival. Each step is heavy with loss, but also with the faint hope of redemption, a chance, however slim, to rise again. In hyena clans, power lies with the females. The matriarch leads with ferocity, passing her dominance to her daughters. In elephant herds and meerkat mobs, matriarchs shape the destiny of their kin, guiding them through danger and opportunity. The hyena matriarch, scarred and cunning, commands respect with a single glare. Her daughters learn early the art of dominance, their future secured by her strength. The elephant matriarch, wise and resolute, remembers every waterhole, every threat, her memory the lifeline of the herd. The meerkat matriarch, ever watchful, stands sentinel, her vigilance the shield of her family. No matter the gender, power must be defended. Every day brings new challenges, ambitious rivals, shifting alliances, and the ever-present threat of betrayal. Leaders must remain vigilant, for complacency invites disaster. A dominant female hyena fends off a younger challenger, her authority tested in a flurry of teeth and snarls. In the shadows are subordinate plots, waiting for a moment of weakness. The struggle is ceaseless, the stakes always high. To rule is to command the best territory, the richest resources, and the greatest safety. But every advantage is shadowed by the constant threat of those who would take it by force. A dominant leopard surveys the savannah from a rocky outcrop, every muscle tense, eyes scanning for rivals. Below, the pride basks in the sun, but even in moments of peace, the possibility of upheaval lingers. Even the youngest are drawn into the struggle. They spar and challenge, learning the tactics of dominance and submission. Every contest is a lesson, every defeat a step toward future strength. Lion cubs wrestle in the dust, their play a rehearsal for the battles to come. Young wolves nip and snarl, testing boundaries, discovering the cost of defiance. Each tumble, each yelp is a building block in the architecture of power. The constant battle for supremacy shapes every group. It determines who leads, who follows, and who survives to see another day. The wolf pack's hierarchy shifts with every challenge. The herd's safety depends on the matriarch's wisdom, and the baboon troop's future is written in the alliances and betrayals of its members. Each confrontation is a crucible, testing not just strength but strategy, courage, and the will to endure. The outcome ripples through generations, altering the fate of the group. A pride's future may hinge on a single battle, a herd's survival on the courage of its leader. The echoes of victory and defeat shape the destiny of all who follow. In the savage kingdom, only those with the greatest strength and the sharpest will survive. Every day is a new trial, every moment a chance to rise or fall. The savannah is a stage, the players relentless, the drama unending. Each gaze, each movement is charged with purpose, a silent promise to fight, to endure, to claim what fate allows. Each contest is a battle for life itself. The worthy ascend, leading their kind into an uncertain future. The struggle is endless, the stakes absolute. The victorious lead, but their reign is always provisional, always at risk. The defeated must find new paths or perish in the shadows of the strong. For those who fall, adaptation is the only hope. In this world, survival is the ultimate prize, and only the fiercest wills endure the unending contest. The exiled must learn to survive alone, to find new strength in solitude, or to perish. In the savage kingdom, every heartbeat is a wager, every breath a victory, and every contest a story written in the language of strength and will. In the savage kingdom, every predator is a master of suspense, a silent artist painting survival with every calculated move. Each species has honed its own strategy. Some rely on blinding speed, others on patience, teamwork, or the chilling stillness of an ambush. The cheetah, a phantom in the grass, stalks with exquisite patience. Muscles coil, eyes fixate, and the world narrows to a single heartbeat before the explosive chase begins. Camouflage is its shield. Every movement is measured, every second a test of nerve, timing the difference between feast and famine. African wild dogs orchestrate the hunt with relentless stamina and flawless coordination, their pack moving as one, relentless and tireless. They communicate in a flurry of signals, barks, nips, glances, herding and harrying their quarry, cutting off every escape with surgical precision. Crocodiles are the silent assassins of the riverbank, lurking motionless for hours, their presence betrayed only by a ripple or a glint of eyes above the water. The tension is palpable as prey approaches the water's edge. Then, in a flash, the calm shatters. The attack is sudden, violent and final. Every hunt is a high-stakes game of patience and precision where a single misstep can mean the difference between life and death. For the predator, the cost of failure is hunger, the reward for success is survival. Each outcome written in the dust of the savannah. Adaptation is constant. Every hunt demands new tactics, new patience, and the relentless will to outwit wary prey. The tension never fades. Even the most skilled can fail, left to watch as their quarry escapes into the wild. In this unforgiving world, only the most cunning, the most patient, and the most daring survive. Intelligence is passed down through generations. A lioness teaches her cubs the art of the hunt. Each lesson a crucial step in their journey to becoming formidable predators. Stealth is the leopard's greatest ally. It moves like a shadow, climbing trees with ease and waiting in the branches for the perfect moment to strike. Hyenas, often misunderstood, are strategic masterminds. They use their numbers to outmaneuver and overpower, their laughter echoing as a signal of their cunning. Adaptation is the key to survival. As the environment changes, so do the strategies. Predators innovate, using new techniques to stay one step ahead of their prey. The dance between predator and prey is a timeless struggle, a test of wits and willpower. Each encounter is a story of survival written in the heartbeats of the wild. The hunt erupts in a blur of motion, predator and prey locked in a primal, unending contest. Muscles ripple beneath fur and hide, claws dig into the earth, and eyes burn with singular focus. Every heartbeat is a drumbeat of tension, every breath a calculation. The air vibrates with anticipation as the chase begins, each animal moving with a purpose honed by generations of survival. Prey gather in tight clusters, bodies pressed close, each individual alert to the smallest shift in the wind. Nostrils flare, drawing in the scents of grass and danger. Ears flick and swivel, catching the faintest rustle or snap. The herd's collective awareness is a living shield, every animal relying on the vigilance of its neighbors. When the alarm is sounded, zebras explode into motion, hooves thundering against the ground. Their stripes merge into a dizzying pattern, a living illusion that confuses the hunter's gaze. The herd moves as one, each zebra weaving and dodging, making it nearly impossible for a predator to single out a target. The unity of the group is their greatest defense. In the shadowed forest, a moose stands its ground, massive and unyielding. Its nostrils flare, breath steaming in the cold air, hooves stamping the earth in warning. Around it, wolves circle with silent precision, their eyes fixed, bodies low and tense. Each wolf reads the moose's every twitch, searching for a moment of weakness, a lapse in vigilance. The standoff is a battle of patience and nerve. When the pack commits, they move as a single organism, silent, coordinated, relentless. Each wolf knows its role, flanking and harassing, driving the prey into exhaustion. Their paws barely make a sound on the snow, breath misting in the cold. They communicate with glances and subtle gestures, every member attuned to the rhythm of the hunt. The chase is a test of endurance, a relentless pursuit that wears down even the strongest. In the dense undergrowth, a praying mantis becomes invisible, its body a perfect mimicry of the leaves. It waits, motionless, antennae quivering as it senses the approach of unsuspecting prey. When the moment arrives, the mantis strikes with lightning speed, its forelegs snapping shut in a blur. The attack is silent, unseen, a masterstroke of patience and precision. Most chases end in empty claws and pounding hearts. The predator's muscles burn with effort, lungs heaving as the quarry slips away. The prey's senses, sight, smell, hearing, work in frantic harmony, guiding desperate leaps and sudden turns. The thrill of the chase is matched only by the agony of defeat, and for many escape is the only reward. Gazelles dart and zigzag, hooves barely skimming the earth as they twist away from danger. In the ocean, a school of fish flashes into the safety of coral, bodies moving as one, vanishing in a shimmer of scales. On land, rabbits dive into burrows, disappearing in a heartbeat, swallowed by the earth. Each escape is a triumph of instinct and agility. For the few who succeed, the reward is hard-won, a meal earned through skill, patience, and the relentless drive to survive. The victor feasts, muscles trembling with exhaustion, eyes still wary for rivals. The spoils of the hunt are never guaranteed, and every meal is a testament to the struggle that came before. In every chase, the outcome hangs in the balance. Predator and prey, senses straining, locked in a moment where everything is at stake. The world narrows to a single heartbeat, a single leap, a single chance for survival or defeat. The environment itself shapes the hunt. Dry grass crackles underfoot, wind carries scents and warnings, and the ever-watchful eyes of scavengers circle above, waiting for their own chance. Every element of the landscape becomes a player in the drama, offering both opportunity and peril. Every pursuit is a test of speed, stamina, and instinct. The cheetah's body stretches to its limit. The wolf weaves through trees in perfect harmony with its pack. The eagle folds its wings and plummets from the sky. The chase is a symphony of movement, senses, and the wild's unforgiving rhythm, a dance where only the most attuned survive. This dance of life and death plays out endlessly, at dawn, at dusk, across open plains and shadowed forests, wherever predator and prey cross paths. Each encounter is a new chapter in the ancient story of survival, written in tracks and scars. In the savage kingdom, only the most attuned, the most prepared, will tip the scales in their favor. Here, every movement, every decision, is a matter of life and death, a testament to the wild's enduring spirit and the eternal thrill of the hunt. In the savage kingdom, every sunrise brings new threats, and for the mothers of the wild, protection is not just instinct, it is a relentless daily battle for survival. From the golden savannas where lionesses keep a watchful eye over their cubs, to the dense forests where wolf-mothers curl around their pups, and the rugged wilderness where bears fiercely guard their young, each mother is a fortress, armed with ancient strategies honed by generations. When danger approaches, she becomes a shield, her body a barrier, her presence a warning. Lionesses will stand tall, muscles tensed, ready to charge at prowling hyenas. Elephant mothers trumpet and flare their ears, forming an unbreakable wall between their calves and lurking predators. Even the smallest mother will risk everything, using deception, intimidation, and sheer willpower to keep her young safe. The newborn are fragile, blind to the dangers that surround them. Their survival depends entirely on their mother's vigilance, her ability to sense the faintest rustle in the grass, to detect the scent of a prowler on the wind. She will go without food, forgo sleep and endure hardship, all to ensure her babies remain hidden and unharmed. In the heart of the herd, elephant matriarchs orchestrate a living fortress. Calves are ushered to the center, surrounded by a ring of massive bodies. When a threat draws near, the matriarch leads the charge, her trumpeting call rallying the herd as they thunder forward, shaking the earth and scattering would-be attackers. Far to the north, polar bear mothers guide their cubs across a world of shifting ice and biting winds. She teaches them to read the cracks in the frozen sea, to sense the approach of danger beneath the snow. With every step, she is both protector and teacher, fending off prowling Arctic foxes and the deadly cold, her thick fur and powerful frame a living shield against the elements. Even the tiniest guardians wield remarkable cunning. The plover, a small bird with a mighty heart, will feign a broken wing, fluttering helplessly to lure predators away from her hidden nest. Her act is convincing, her courage unwavering, as she risks her own safety to draw danger far from her vulnerable chicks. Across the wild, mothers deploy a dazzling array of defenses. Some blend seamlessly into their surroundings, camouflaging their young from prying eyes. Others sound alarm calls that echo through the trees, warning their families of approaching peril. There are those who wield venom or sharp claws, ready to strike at any who dare threaten their offspring. Many create sanctuaries, hidden dens beneath tangled roots, burrows deep in the earth, or nests woven high in the branches. When storms rage or predators prowl, mothers gather their young close, sharing warmth and forming a living barrier against the cold, the rain, and the ever-present threat of attack. But protection is more than defense, it is preparation. Mothers patiently teach their young to hunt, to forage, to recognize the warning signs of danger. Every lesson is a gift, every moment a step toward independence, ensuring that when the time comes, the next generation will be ready to face the wild on their own. Sometimes the fight for survival erupts in a flash of violence. A mother charging a predator, teeth bared and eyes blazing, or launching herself between her young and a deadly threat. These moments are fierce, raw and unforgettable, a testament to the power of a parent's love. In every corner of the wild, the courage and cunning of mothers shape the fate of their families. Their relentless protection is the difference between life and death, a force as enduring as the wilderness itself. Through sacrifice, vigilance, and unwavering devotion, mothers secure the future of their kind. In their care, the next generation finds not only safety, but the strength to thrive, her legacy written in every heartbeat, every lesson, and every act of ultimate protection. As the sun dips below the horizon, a hush falls over the wild. Shadows stretch across the land, and the familiar world transforms into a realm of uncertainty. For every creature, darkness is more than the absence of light. It is a test of nerve, instinct, and will. The lone buffalo, heart-pounding, senses the predators lurking just beyond sight. Surrounded by a pride of lions, it stands its ground, muscles tense, every sense straining to catch the faintest sound or movement in the gloom. The darkness amplifies its fear, but also its resolve. The honey badger, small yet unyielding, prowls the night with fearless determination. It faces venomous snakes and prowling leopards, relying on sharp senses and quick reflexes. In the blackness, every rustle could be danger or opportunity. Its thick skin shields it from bites and claws, while its fierce snarl warns would-be attackers. In the darkness, the honey badger's courage becomes its armor, a living symbol of resilience against the unknown. For the muskoxen, nightfall brings the threat of prowling wolves. Instinctively, they form a defensive circle, horns out, calves sheltered at the center. Each adult stands shoulder to shoulder, eyes scanning the shifting shadows, ready to defend their own. Their unity creates an unbreakable wall, a fortress of fur and horn. In the darkness, their strength lies in togetherness. each animal drawing courage from the herd. Across the wild, families huddle close. Mothers press their young to their sides, bodies forming a living shield. The instinct to protect pulses strongest when the world is at its most dangerous. For the small and solitary, the night is a gauntlet. Surrounded by threats, they freeze, blend into the shadows, or dart for cover. Every heartbeat is a gamble, every movement a calculation between risk and reward. Even the wounded find strength in the darkness. Driven by the primal urge to survive, they rise, push through pain, and run, sometimes blindly, toward the hope of another dawn. Yet it is in these darkest hours that the spirit of life burns brightest. Against the backdrop of a stormy sky or the faint promise of sunrise, every creature clings to hope, refusing to yield. Fear is a constant companion. The smallest mouse, the mightiest bull, each knows the chill of uncertainty, the prickle of unseen eyes watching from the dark. In the savage kingdom, courage is not the absence of fear, but the will to face it. The strong unite, the brave endure, and every heartbeat in the wild is a testament to survival against the darkness. In the wild, every new day is not a promise, but a prize, hard fought and dearly won. For every creature that greets the dawn, there is a story of sacrifice written in the dust and shadows. Each meal is a desperate gamble, a chase where hunger and hope collide. The hunter's victory is the hunted's tragedy. Every bite is paid for with the heartbeat of another. To claim a patch of earth, animals clash in silent wars. Brothers become rivals, friends are turned to strangers. The vanquished wander alone, carrying the ache of exile. Pain is a constant companion. Scars map the bodies of survivors, each mark a memory of battles fought and lost. Every encounter is a risk, every day a wager with fate. The triumph of one is the heartbreak of another. The fallen are mourned in silence, their stories ending so others may continue. The cycle is endless, spider and fly, shark and seal, eagle and fish. Each life is a thread in a tapestry woven from struggle and surrender. Even the victors are not spared. They bear wounds that throb in the night, exhaustion that seeps into their bones, and the heavy burden of survival's cost. The old, once mighty, are forced aside, memories of their reign fading as youth rises to take their place. Their solitude is a quiet sorrow, a reminder that time spares none. Mothers risk everything, standing between danger and their young. Their love is fierce, their sacrifice is silent, their courage measured in sleepless nights and desperate battles. Each sunrise is a monument to what was lost, a new beginning built on the sacrifices of the night before. The beauty of nature is not gentle. It is carved from hardship, shaped by loss, and illuminated by the resilience of those who endure. Victories are rare and precious, celebrated not with joy but with relief, because nothing here is ever easy and every triumph is earned. This is not a paradise, but a relentless arena. Here strength is tested, hearts are broken, and only the most determined survive. Life and death are forever entwined, each sunrise a silent testament to the sacrifices made. In this kingdom, survival is the ultimate price, and every heartbeat is a victory against the darkness. What ancient wisdom stirs beneath the surface of the wild, where every heartbeat is a lesson and every struggle a story? In every hidden corner the wild reveals its secrets, creatures learning to read the wind, to sense the coming rain, to find shelter when storms threaten. A mother shields her young from biting winds, teaching them the art of survival with every gentle nudge and watchful glance. Each new life emerges fragile and uncertain, yet brimming with possibility. The first trembling steps of a newborn, the flutter of wings in the dawn, these are moments of hope, where perseverance is learned through trial and error, and wisdom is passed down in silent gestures. The wild heart beats with courage. Lionesses stand firm against danger, wildebeests surge through churning rivers, and meerkats keep watch from their sandy outposts. Each act of bravery is a lesson in resilience, woven into the tapestry of survival. Predator and prey are bound in a dance of adaptation. The hunter learns patience and stealth, the hunted sharpens its senses and agility. Every encounter is a test, shaping the instincts and destinies of both, forging wisdom in the crucible of necessity. In the wild, unity is strength. Ants labor side by side, wild dogs move as one, and birds find safety among giants. Cooperation is a lesson written in every shared effort, every synchronized movement, a testament to the power of working together. The cycle of life is sustained by acts both generous and opportunistic. Cheetahs share their hard-won meal with their young. Vultures and hyenas ensure nothing is wasted. Each creature, from the swiftest hunter to the patient scavenger, plays a vital role in the endless renewal of the wild. The spirit of the wild endures in the silent persistence of the herd, the graceful journey of elephants through the mist, and the promise that comes with every sunrise. Each day brings new challenges, and with them new lessons in patience, adaptation, and hope. The wild heart of the world beats on, resilient, wise, and ever adapting. In every rustle of leaves, every call in the night, the lessons of survival, cooperation, and hope are offered to those who listen, echoing through the untamed wilderness. In the endless theatre of the wild, survival often depends on the art of disappearing. Camouflage is nature's silent shield, an animal's ability to blend seamlessly into its surroundings, escaping the notice of both predators and prey. Across the savannah, a baby gazelle's dappled coat mimics the play of sunlight and shadow, rendering it nearly invisible in tall grass. In the dense jungle, leaf-tailed geckos merge with mossy branches, their outlines vanishing into bark and lichen, while stick insects sway gently, mimicking twigs in the breeze. Mimicry adds another layer of deception. The harmless milk snake, with its bold red, black and yellow bands, imitates the deadly coral snake, deterring would-be attackers with a masterful illusion. Orchid mantises, shimmering in pink and white, sit motionless among blossoms, luring pollinators close enough to become a meal. Stealth is the silent partner in this dance. Leopards melt into dappled shadows, moving with calculated grace, every muscle tuned for the perfect ambush. Octopuses, the masters of disguise, shift both color and texture in an instant, transforming into rocks, sand or coral to evade danger or surprise their prey. In every corner of the kingdom, camouflage, mimicry, and stealth are vital tools crafted by evolution, perfected through generations. These quiet arts are proof that, in the wild, not all battles are fought with tooth and claw. Sometimes the greatest strength lies in the power to disappear. Across the boundless wild, a journey of epic proportions unfolds, one that is not defined by stealth or the sudden strike of a predator, but by the relentless drive of endurance and the ancient pull of instinct. Here the land itself becomes a living map, guiding millions of creatures on odysseys that span continents, oceans, and the very limits of survival. Migration is the heartbeat of the savage kingdom, a timeless rhythm, echoing through generations, written in the language of survival and hope. Each year the wild is transformed by the movement of life. Millions of animals, hooved, winged, and finned, set forth on epic voyages, their bodies and minds attuned to the subtle cues of the earth, sky, and sea. Wildebeests surge across the Serengeti in a living river, their numbers so vast the ground trembles beneath them. Hooves drum a thunderous beat, sending clouds of dust swirling into the air as they chase the scent of rain and the promise of fresh grass. The journey is relentless. Days and nights blur together as the herd presses on, driven by hunger and the memory of distant storms. Monarch butterflies, fragile as petals, yet fierce in their determination, flutter across thousands of miles. Their wings, painted in orange and black, catch the sunlight as they ride invisible currents high above the earth. Guided by the sun's arc and the silent pull of magnetic fields, they navigate forests, mountains, and open plains, each generation continuing a journey begun long before their own birth. In the vast blue wilderness of the ocean, humpback whales embark on a pilgrimage that spans entire hemispheres. Their haunting songs echo through the deep as they swim from icy feeding grounds to warm, sheltered nurseries, mothers guiding calves through the mysteries of the sea. Yet every migration is a gauntlet, a test of strength, will, and unity. Rivers swollen with crocodiles, skies swirling with storms, and the ever-present threat of exhaustion and hunger. These are the obstacles that stand between the traveler and their destination. Deserts stretch beyond the horizon, their heat and emptiness a crucible for the determined. Some falter, their strength spent, but the herd presses on. Each survivor a testament to the power of perseverance. They don't matter. The young learn by following, their every step a lesson in survival, their journey a living legacy passed down through generations. Navigation in this wild odyssey is a marvel of nature's design. Birds read the stars, tracing ancient constellations across the night sky, and sense the invisible lines of the Earth's magnetic field. Salmon, born in the cool gravel beds of mountain streams, remember the scent of their birthplace. Against impossible odds, they leap upstream, muscles straining to spawn the next generation. Each surge against the current is a battle, every rapid a test of memory and resolve. Caribou traverse the frozen tundra, following trails etched in memory and instinct, their hooves crunching through snow and ice. The herd moves as one, a tapestry of life woven together by trust and tradition. Each step is a silent promise to follow, to endure, to remember. Survival strategies are as diverse as the travelers themselves. Some move in vast herds or flocks, their numbers a shield against the dangers that stalk the journey. Others rely on the precision of timing, waiting for the perfect moment when the winds shift or the rains begin. Instinct and experience guide them, sensing the subtle changes in temperature, light and scent that signal the time to move. Before departure, bodies are transformed, fat stores built, wings and muscles strengthened, every sense sharpened for the journey ahead. The wild prepares its travelers, forging them for the trials to come. In the savage kingdom, migration is a saga of resilience and hope, a living testament to the courage it takes to cross the unknown. The wild heart beats not only in the hunt, but in the quiet determination to endure, to rest and to rise again. Every river crossed, every mountain scaled is a leap into the unknown, a journey fueled by memory, instinct, and the unbreakable will to survive. For those who travel these ancient highways, each step is a link in a chain that stretches back through time, connecting the present to the distant past. Every footfall, every flutter of wings is a testament to the enduring spirit of life itself, a story written not in words, but in the endless journey across the wild. In the savage kingdom, survival is a symphony of signals where every creature is both messenger and listener. Here, strength and cunning are only part of the story. The true masters are those who can read and send the language of the wild. Words have no place in this ancient world. Instead, communication is woven from a tapestry of sounds, each note, each call, each subtle movement carrying meaning as old as the land itself. When a lion's roar thunders across the golden savannah, it is more than a sound. It is a proclamation of dominance, a warning to rivals, and a beacon to kin. The vibrations ripple through the air, reaching distant prides and echoing the lion's power for miles. Deep in the emerald shadows of the forest, a troop of chimpanzees fills the air with a chorus of hoots, grunts, and piercing screams. Each vocalization is a coded message, a sharp alarm to scatter from danger, a gentle call to gather for a feast, a playful chatter to strengthen bonds. Yet the wild speaks in more than voices. Silence itself can be a message, and the flick of a tail or the tilt of a head can say what words never could. Elephants, the gentle giants, send deep, rumbling calls through the earth. These seismic signals travel beneath the surface, felt by distant herds through the sensitive pads of their feet. A matriarch's warning, a call to gather, or a mother's search for her calf, all carried on invisible waves. In response, herds shift and move, calves press close to mothers, and the great family of elephants becomes a single, unified mind, guided by the language of the earth itself. Scent, too, is a storyteller. Invisible trails linger in the air and on the ground, carrying tales of territory, readiness and warning. A wolf knows to the earth, reads the invisible script left by its kin. With a lift of the leg, it marks its path, laying down a boundary that speaks of ownership and unity, guiding the pack and warning rivals to keep their distance. Even the tiniest creatures are fluent in this chemical code. Ants in endless columns lay down trails of pheromones, living highways that lead their sisters to food, safety and home. Body language is the silent dialect of the wild. Every gesture, every posture, every glance is a word in a conversation that never ends. A peacock unfurls his shimmering tail, each feather catching the sun, a living painting meant to dazzle and entice, a wordless invitation to a mate. Wild dogs greet one another with playful bows, submissive crouches, and gentle nips. These rituals are more than play, they are the glue that binds the pack, forging trust and unity before the hunt. The flick of a zebra's ear signals unease, a warning to the herd. The arch of a cat's back, fur bristling, is a clear message. Approach at your own risk. In these subtle cues, peace is kept or battles are begun. For every creature, from the smallest ant to the mightiest elephant, communication is the thread that weaves families together, ensures safety, and nurtures the next generation. It is the rallying cry that gathers allies, the warning that deters enemies, and the gentle murmur that soothes the young in the dark of night. In the savage kingdom, to understand and be understood is to survive. A single misread signal can mean the difference between life and death. As dawn breaks, the wild erupts in a chorus of calls, scents and gestures. Every chirp, every scent mark, every flicker of movement is a thread in the endless conversation of survival, an unbroken dialogue that echoes through the heart of the untamed world. In the savage kingdom, survival is a relentless battle waged against the most unforgiving climates on Earth. Here, every creature is shaped by the land it calls home, each adaptation a hard-won victory in the struggle to endure. From the blistering deserts, where the sun scorches the sand by day and the cold bites by night, to the endless white tundras and the shadowy depths of rainforests, every environment demands a unique arsenal of survival skills. Only the most resilient and resourceful can hope to thrive. In the heart of the desert, the fennec fox emerges as a master of adaptation. Its world is a place of extremes where water is scarce and the heat is merciless. The fennec's oversized ears are more than just a signature feature. They are vital tools for survival. These remarkable appendages radiate excess heat, keeping the fox cool beneath the relentless sun, while also capturing the faintest rustle of prey moving beneath the sand. Its pale, sand-colored fur reflects sunlight, shielding it from the desert's burning rays. With a nose finely tuned to the scent of moisture, the fennec fox can detect water hidden deep below the surface, a lifeline in this parched world. As dusk falls, the fennec fox comes alive, timing its hunts to the cool hours when prey is most active. Every movement is calculated, every sense sharpened by necessity. Far to the north, the Arctic tundra stretches in a frozen expanse where the polar bear reigns supreme. Here, survival is a test of endurance against the coldest winds and the deepest snows. The polar bear's dense fur and thick layer of blubber form an impenetrable barrier against the icy gales. Each hair traps warmth while the blubber insulates, allowing the bear to withstand temperatures that would freeze most life. Its massive paws, wide and furred, act as natural snowshoes, distributing its weight so it glides over the soft snow without sinking. Each step is measured, conserving precious energy in a land where every calorie counts. With a sense of smell so acute it can detect seals beneath thick layers of ice, the polar bear stalks its prey with patience and precision. A single successful hunt can mean the difference between life and death in this stark wilderness. In this realm of silence and snow, survival is a slow, enduring dance, one that rewards patience, strength, and an unyielding will. Deep within the rainforest, where the air is thick with humidity and the canopy blocks out the sun, the poison dart frog flourishes. Here the world is a labyrinth of shadows and life teems in every corner. The frog's dazzling colors are more than decoration. They are a vivid warning to would-be predators. Its skin secretes potent toxins, a chemical shield forged by evolution to deter even the boldest hunters. In this moist, ever-changing world, the poison dart frog absorbs water directly through its skin, a vital adaptation that allows it to thrive where others would perish. Every droplet of moisture is precious, every breath a testament to its delicate balance with the environment. Each leap between leaves, each resonant call is a declaration of survival, a small amphibian's defiance against the dangers that lurk in the shadows. From the sun-baked deserts to the frozen tundras and the lush rainforests, the savage kingdom is a living tapestry of resilience. Every landscape is a crucible, forging creatures uniquely suited to their worlds. Each animal, from the smallest frog to the mightiest bear, is a marvel of adaptation, finely tuned to the rhythms and challenges of its home. Through ingenious adaptations and unwavering determination, these creatures endure the planet's harshest climates. Their stories are a testament to the power of life to persist, adapt, and flourish against all odds. In the savage kingdom, the wild heart beats strong, echoing the relentless pursuit of survival and the unbreakable spirit that defines life in nature's most formidable realms. In the savage kingdom, every heartbeat is a note in the grand symphony of existence, a circle that binds predator and prey, plant and animal in a delicate, eternal dance. Here, life begins with the first breath of a newborn calf, hidden in the tall grass. its mother's watchful eyes scanning the horizon for danger. The air is thick with anticipation, as the sun rises and the world awakens to possibility. The lion's roar shatters the dawn, a declaration of power and a promise of protection for his pride. Cubs, barely steady on their feet, tumble and play in the golden light, learning the skills they will need to survive. Each day they grow stronger, shaped by the lessons of the wild. When the lion hunts the wildebeest, it is not merely a contest of strength, but a transfer of energy. The chase is swift and brutal, the outcome uncertain. For the pride, a successful hunt means nourishment, the sustenance that allows cubs to grow and elders to endure. For the wildebeest, the loss is profound, yet it is part of a cycle as old as the grasslands themselves. The wildebeest, in turn, graze upon the endless plains, their hooves stirring the soil, their mouths trimming the grasses. With every step, they encourage new growth, their migration a living river that shapes the land. Calves are born in the safety of the herd, their first moments a fragile miracle, their lives bound to the rhythm of the seasons. Their migrations carve ancient pathways, followed by zebras, gazelles, and even the smallest insects. Each creature, from the towering giraffe to the tiniest ant, plays a role in the ever-shifting mosaic of the savannah. Birth and growth are everywhere, eggs hatching in hidden nests, fawns taking their first trembling steps, insects emerging from the earth after the rains. Above, vultures ride the thermals, their wings casting fleeting shadows on the ground below. With sharp eyes they search for what remains, their presence a reminder that every life, no matter how mighty, will one day return to the earth. They descend upon the fallen, their beaks tearing flesh, their purpose clear. Nothing is wasted. The nutrients of the departed are returned to the soil, feeding the roots of the grasses, fueling the next generation of life. Beneath the surface, dung beetles labor tirelessly, rolling their precious cargo across the earth. Their work aerates the soil, buries seeds, and nourishes the land. In the darkness, new life stirs, larvae growing, roots spreading, the promise of tomorrow taking shape. In the rivers, crocodiles lie in wait, ancient and patient. Fish dart through the reeds, feeding on insects and algae, their scales flashing in the filtered sunlight. Here, too, life is born, eggs hidden among the stones, tiny fry braving the currents, each one a testament to resilience. When the rains come, the river swells, flooding the banks and breathing new life into the parched land. Frogs emerge from their hiding places, their calls echoing across the water. Flocks of birds arrive in great numbers, drawn by the abundance, their wings painting the sky with movement and color. Even in the shadows, fungi and bacteria work in silence, breaking down what is left behind. They transform death into nourishment, weaving the final threads of the cycle, ensuring that nothing is lost and that every ending is a new beginning. Every link in this chain is vital. From the birth of a gazelle to the last breath of a lion, each moment is a thread in the great web of existence. Growth, struggles, and death are all part of the same story, each chapter building upon the last. This is the circle of life, a balance struck in every moment, fragile yet enduring. The sun rises and sets on countless stories, each one a testament to the resilience and beauty of the wild. In the savage kingdom, survival is not a solitary quest, but a symphony of interconnected lives. Birth, growth, and death are woven together, each life dependent on the next, each loss giving rise to new beginnings. The fate of one echoes in the destiny of all, and the wild heart beats on, sustained by the harmony of nature's unbroken circle. Here in the endless dance of life, every creature finds its place, and the story continues, forever renewed. In the savage kingdom, the saga of survival is not merely a tale of individual endurance, it is a living legacy, woven through the tireless devotion and fierce guardianship that parents bestow upon their young. Here, every heartbeat, every watchful glance, and every gentle nudge is a lesson in resilience, a promise that the next generation will be given every chance to thrive. From the thunderous stride of the lioness to the delicate flutter of a butterfly, each species has honed unique strategies to shield, nurture, and teach their offspring. The wild is a classroom, and every parent is both protector and mentor, guiding their young through a world brimming with peril and possibility. High above the endless plains, a mother eagle perches on the edge of her lofty nest, her feathers ruffled by the wind. She lines her home with the softest down, creating a sanctuary against the night's chill. Her vigilant eyes scan the horizon, ever alert for danger, while her chick nestles close, learning the comfort of safety beneath her wing. Each day she soars across vast distances, returning with morsels of food. With every meal, she teaches patience, waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity. As the chick grows, she demonstrates the art of flight, encouraging tentative leaps and guiding each uncertain wingbeat until the sky itself becomes a realm of freedom. On the shadowed forest floor, a leopardess moves with silent grace, her cubs clinging to her every step. She selects new hiding places with care, tucking her young into dense undergrowth away from prying eyes. Her vigilance is unyielding. Every sound, every scent is scrutinized, her body a living shield between her cubs and the dangers that prowl the night. Along the riverbank, beneath a canopy of reeds, crocodile mothers stand sentinel as their hatchlings break free from buried eggs. The air is thick with anticipation as the tiny reptiles scramble toward the water, their first journey fraught with peril. The mother's presence is a silent warning to would-be predators, her jaws ready, her resolve unbreakable. These ancient guardians remain ever watchful, their armored bodies forming a living barricade. With unwavering patience, they shepherd their young through the shallows, teaching them the secrets of the river and the art of survival in a world where danger lurks beneath every ripple. In the open savanna, elephants gather in a protective circle, their massive forms encircling the vulnerable calves. Each adult stands as a pillar of strength, their trunks gently caressing the young, offering reassurance and comfort. The herd moves as one, a fortress of flesh and bone, united by an unspoken vow to defend their future. At the heart of this family stands the matriarch, her wisdom guiding every step. She leads the herd to water, to shelter, and to safety, her every action a lesson for the calves who follow. Through her, the young learn the ancient paths, the subtle language of the herd and the enduring strength of unity. Even in the smallest corners of the kingdom, devotion flourishes. Tiny mammals huddle together in burrows, their bodies pressed close for warmth and protection. Insects tend to their larvae with meticulous care, ensuring that even the most fragile lives are given a fighting chance. Weaver birds, architects of the wild, weave intricate nests that dangle from slender branches. Each strand is placed with purpose, creating a cradle that sways above the reach of hungry predators. Within these woven sanctuaries, eggs rest in safety, the promise of new life suspended in the breeze. In the damp shadows of the forest, poisoned dart frogs embark on a perilous journey. With unwavering determination, they carry their tadpoles on their backs, traversing leaf and stone to secret pools. There, in hidden waters, the next generation is sheltered from harm, nurtured by the courage of a parent's love. Across the wilds, every act of care, every meal shared, every lesson taught, every danger faced, is a testament to the enduring power of life. Guardianship is not a single moment, but a lifetime of devotion etched into the very fabric of the kingdom. These guardians, silent, tireless, and ever watchful, stand as nature's unbreakable promise. Through storms and drought, through darkness and dawn, they ensure that hope endures and that the circle of life remains unbroken. In the savage kingdom, the future is cradled in paws, wings, and hearts, each parent a steadfast protector, each act of guardianship a beacon for generations yet to come. In the savage kingdom, survival is rarely a solitary pursuit. Here, the wild is a tapestry woven from countless lives, each thread strengthened by the bonds of the group. The power of the pack is a force that shapes destinies, where unity, strategy, and shared purpose eclipse the might of any lone creature. Within these packs, every member has a place, a role, and a responsibility. The strength of the group is not measured by muscle alone, but by the intricate web of relationships, alliances forged in hardship, trust built through countless shared trials. Across the golden grasslands, lion prides move as a single living entity. Sisters, mothers, and daughters form the heart of the pride, their lives intertwined. Together they hunt with precision, raise their cubs in the safety of numbers, and defend their territory from rivals. Each hunt is a symphony of silent communication. Ears flick, tails twitch, eyes lock in wordless understanding. Some lionesses drive prey forward, their bodies low and muscles coiled, while others lie in wait, hidden by the tall grass. The ambush is a masterpiece of timing and coordination, each lioness trusting her sisters to play their part. Through subtle signals and perfectly synchronized movements, the pride becomes a single, formidable force. One mind, many bodies united by a common goal. On the open plains, African wild dogs display a level of cooperation that is nothing short of extraordinary. Their social bonds are deep, their loyalty unwavering. Each hunt is a test of endurance and teamwork, with every member contributing to the chase. With relentless stamina, they pursue their quarry, taking turns at the front to bear the brunt of the chase, then falling back to recover as others surge ahead. This relay of effort allows the pack to outlast even the swiftest prey. Each dog knows its place in the swirling dance of the hunt, weaving seamlessly with the pack, anticipating every turn and feint. Their success is not the triumph of one, but the victory of many acting as one. When the hunt is over and the meal is won, the youngest pups are given the first bite. This selfless act ensures the future of the pack, a living testament to the group's collective investment in the next generation. Even among the smallest creatures, the spirit of teamwork flourishes. In the arid lands, meerkats form tight-knit communities, each individual playing a vital role in the group's survival. Sentinels stand tall atop mounds, scanning the horizon for danger, while the rest of the group forages below. Their vigilance is a shield, allowing others to feed in safety. At the first hint of a predator, a sharp alarm call rings out. Instantly, the group vanishes underground, each meerkat knowing its place in the warren. A perfectly executed drill, refined by generations of cooperation and trust. In winding rivers, dolphins work in perfect harmony, herding fish into tight balls with coordinated sweeps and clicks. Each dolphin takes a turn to feed, the bounty shared among all. Deep in the forests, chimpanzees form intricate alliances, grooming one another to strengthen bonds, sharing food and caring for each other's young. Their social structure is a complex web of relationships where cooperation is the key to survival. In every corner of the wild, these bonds of cooperation tip the scales of survival. From the mightiest predator to the smallest forager, the strength of the group is the difference between life and death. The power of the pack is more than just numbers. It is trust, communication, and the unbreakable connection that binds individuals into a thriving whole. Through shared hardship and triumph, these bonds are forged and tested time and again. In the savage kingdom, it is not only the strongest who endure, but those who stand together, side by side, heart to heart, against the relentless challenges of the wild. Here the pack is life, and together they are unstoppable. As the sun melts into the horizon, the savage kingdom is reborn beneath a cloak of darkness. The air cools, and the golden savanna transforms into a shadowy realm, alive with anticipation. The day's rulers retreat, and the night's true sovereigns emerge, each perfectly sculpted by evolution to master the mysteries of the dark. Darkness settles like a velvet shroud, and the landscape stirs with new energy. From the undergrowth, silent figures slip into the open, creatures whose senses are sharpened for the night's challenges, whose lives are written in the language of shadow and silence. In the dense thickets, a pair of eyes glows with an eerie intensity. Leopards, the phantoms of the night, move with a grace that borders on the supernatural. Their padded paws make no sound on the leaf litter, and their spotted coats dissolve into the dappled moonlight. Every muscle is tuned for stealth, every step calculated to bring them closer to unsuspecting prey. Their vision, exquisitely adapted to the faintest glimmers, pierces the gloom. With eyes that gather every scrap of light, leopards can spot the twitch of a tail or the flicker of an ear, even in near-total darkness. Their patience is legendary. They wait, motionless, until the perfect moment to strike. High above, owls reign as silent sentinels. Their facial discs act as satellite dishes, channeling the faintest rustle or squeak directly to their razor-sharp ears. With eyes that see in monochrome, they read the world in shades of shadow, detecting the slightest movement below. Their wings are miracles of engineering. Fringed feathers break up the air, muffling every beat. The owl glides, a ghost in the moonlight, striking with deadly precision before its prey even senses danger. On the lower branches, bush babies spring from limb to limb, their leaps impossibly long for such tiny bodies. Their enormous eyes, adapted to the dimmest starlight, reflect the world in luminous orbs. Sensitive ears swivel, catching the faintest buzz of an insect or the whisper of a falling leaf. Above the canopy, bats fill the air with invisible song. Their high-pitched calls bounce off every surface, painting a sonic map of the world. With each echo, they dodge branches, snatch insects mid-flight, and navigate the labyrinth of the night with astonishing agility. Yet the darkness is a double-edged sword. It offers both cover and peril. Shadows conceal not only hunters, but also the hunted. Each step is a gamble, every sound a possible threat. Lions and hyenas, emboldened by the cover of night, move with renewed confidence. Their senses, smell, hearing, and sight, are honed for the hunt. Prey animals, in turn, rely on vigilance and cleverness, their survival dependent on reading the night's subtle cues. Antelopes gather in tight-knit herds, each individual alert, ears swiveling like radar dishes. They communicate in whispers and glances, every sense straining to detect the approach of danger. The pangolin, armored in scales, responds to the faintest hint of threat by curling into an impenetrable ball. Its defense is passive, but nearly foolproof. Few jaws can breach its fortress. Even the smallest denizens are transformed by the night. Insects emerge in droves, their bodies adapted to the cool, moist air. Some glow, some chirp, and some move in silence, each playing a part in the nocturnal symphony. Fireflies blink in intricate codes, their lights a language of love and rivalry. Spiders, patient architects, spin silken traps, their webs invisible until caught by a stray moonbeam or the trembling of a captured meal. In this world of darkness, every creature is both hunter and hunted. The night is a refuge for some, a battlefield for others, a place where only the most finely tuned adaptations ensure survival. Here, survival is an art. It demands silent movement, senses sharpened to a razor's edge, and the courage to face threats that are often heard but never seen. As the stars wheel across the ink-black sky, the savage kingdom pulses with hidden life. The wild never truly sleeps. It simply changes its mask, revealing a world where the night belongs to those who have mastered its secrets. In the depths of the savage kingdom, silence is not just a weapon, it is the very language of survival. Here the world is painted in shadows and whispers, where every leaf, every blade of grass, and every breath of wind conceals a story of predator and prey. Within this realm dwell the silent hunters, creatures whose existence depends on their ability to vanish into the landscape, to become invisible phantoms. Their mastery of stealth is the razor-thin line between hunger and abundance, between life and death. Every movement is a study in precision. Muscles tense and relax in perfect harmony, each step measured, each breath drawn so quietly that even the wind cannot hear. Eyes, unblinking and unyielding, track the faintest tremor in the grass, the subtlest flicker of movement. Take the leopard, for instance, a master of disguise. Its rosette-spotted coat is a living tapestry, blending seamlessly with the dappled sunlight and shifting shadows of the forest. It melts into the undergrowth, a ghostly presence, unseen until it chooses to reveal itself. With each step, the leopard's padded paws press softly into the earth, muffling sound and leaving barely a trace. Muscles ripple beneath its skin, coiling and releasing in utter silence. It glides forward, a living shadow, every sense attuned to the world around it. The hunt is a ritual of patience. The silent hunter waits, motionless, for minutes or even hours, watching, listening, feeling the pulse of the wild. It inches forward, a fraction at a time, never rushing, never revealing its intent until the moment is absolutely right. Elsewhere, the African wild dog employs a different kind of silence, a symphony of subtlety. The pack moves as one, communicating through the barest flicks of ears, the softest glances, and the quietest whimpers. Their unity is their strength, their silence a cloak that shrouds their approach. With a silent signal, the pack fans out, encircling their quarry with breathtaking precision. Each member knows its role, each movement is synchronized, and together they become an unstoppable force, anticipating every move of their prey before it even knows it is being hunted. Their success is born from unity and anticipation, allowing them to bring down animals much larger than themselves. The wild dog's hunt is a ballet of strategy and silence, a testament to the power of collective instinct. High above, as darkness falls, the owl emerges, a true master of silent flight. Its wings cut through the night air without a sound, gliding effortlessly between the trees, eyes glowing with predatory focus. Specialized feathers fringe its wings, breaking up the air and silencing its passage. Not even a whisper betrays its approach as it drifts closer to its unsuspecting prey. In a heartbeat, the owl swoops down, talons extended. Its strike is swift and final, prey claimed before it ever senses the danger lurking above. Beneath the water's surface, another silent hunter waits, the crocodile. It lies perfectly still, a living statue blending with the muddy banks and reeds. Only its eyes and nostrils break the surface, betraying nothing of the power coiled beneath. For hours it remains motionless, patience incarnate, waiting for the perfect moment. Then, in a sudden explosion of energy, the crocodile lunges, jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. Its victim is dragged beneath the surface, lost to the silent depths. Each of these predators is a living testament to the art of adaptation. Their bodies, senses and instincts have been honed by countless generations to master the art of the unseen and the unheard. In a world where the faintest sound or the slightest movement can mean the difference between a meal and starvation, stealth is the ultimate survival skill. The silent hunters move like shadows, blending with the night, their presence betrayed only by the sudden absence of their prey. Within the savage kingdom, the night belongs to those who move in silence, ghosts of the wild, unseen and unstoppable, their stories written in the hush of the darkness and the thrill of the hunt. In the heart of the savage kingdom, survival is not always about strength or stealth. It is the unyielding spirit of resilience that often defines the greatest survivors. Weathered faces tell tales of endurance, of creatures that have braved the harshest conditions and emerged stronger. Each scar is a testament to battles fought and disasters endured, a mark of the unstoppable will to live. Observe the lioness with a limp, favouring her wounded leg as she stalks through the tall grass. Her eyes are sharp, her movements calculated. Her pride lingers nearby, a silent support. But she refuses to be left behind, driven by an inner fire. Despite her injury, she adapts, resting when she must, but rising again for the hunt, her determination unwavering. Each meal is hard-won, a testament to her relentless drive to provide for her cubs, ensuring their survival. On the open plains, a zebra foal, separated from its mother by a sudden flood, faces a daunting world alone. Its eyes wide with fear, yet filled with a glimmer of hope. Vulnerable and afraid, it navigates the treacherous terrain, evading lurking predators and searching for the safety of the herd. Against the odds, its persistence pays off. Each step a lesson in survival, each moment a testament to its will. With each uncertain step, it learns the patterns of the land. And, finally, the joyful reunion with its family is a victory over despair. In the aftermath of a wildfire, a tortoise emerges from the scorched earth, its shell bearing the blackened marks of survival. Its spirit remains unbroken, a symbol of resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Slowly it seeks out new green shoots, forging a path through the ashes, a beacon of hope in a landscape of despair. Life will return, and so will the tortoise, patient, enduring, and unyielding, a testament to the power of resilience. These are the resilient survivors, creatures who refuse to surrender, whose stories are written in grit and hope. In the savage kingdom, adversity is inevitable, but it is resilience that lights the path to another sunrise. The dawn of a new day, a new chance to endure, to thrive, and to survive. Beneath the sun-scorched plains and the shadow of ancient trees, another drama quietly unfolds. In the savage kingdom, not every creature hunts or grazes. Some have mastered the art of survival through patience and cunning. These are the scavengers, the silent custodians of the wild, whose secret lives are woven into the fabric of the ecosystem. At the edge of a dried riverbed, a lone hyena surveys the scene, her ears twitching at the faintest sound. She moves with purpose, her nose leading her to the remnants of a lion's feast. For her, every scrap is precious, a lifeline in a world where nothing is wasted. With powerful jaws, she cracks bones the predators left behind, extracting the last morsels of sustenance. Her role is vital. By cleaning up what others leave, she helps prevent the spread of disease, maintaining the delicate balance of life. Nearby, a committee of vultures circles high above, their wings casting fleeting shadows on the earth below. With sharp eyesight, they pinpoint even the smallest sign of opportunity, a flicker of movement, a shimmer of flesh in the grass. One by one, they descend, their landing silent and coordinated. They wait, patient and respectful of the pecking order, until the dominant bird signals the feast may begin. Their beaks, designed for tearing tough hide, make quick work of what remains. Nothing is wasted. Every sinew, every scrap is consumed. Even the smallest scavengers play their part. Dung beetles emerge at dusk, rolling their prize across the savanna. They are nature's recyclers, transforming waste into nourishment for new life. Beneath the surface, a legion of ants and insects break down what is left, returning nutrients to the soil and ensuring the cycle continues. In this unseen world, there are no victors or vanquished, only survivors, each playing a role in the grand design. The scavengers may not possess the raw power of the lion or the speed of the cheetah, but their resilience and resourcefulness are unmatched. Their secret lives, hidden in plain sight, are a testament to nature's ingenuity, a reminder that in the savage kingdom every creature has a place and every life matters. In the heart of the savage kingdom, intelligence is a silent force shaping every moment of survival. Here cunning and creativity often rival strength as animals face challenges that demand more than muscle. They require minds attuned to the rhythms of the wild. A troop of baboons gathers at the river's edge, eyes fixed on a cluster of ripe fruit dangling just out of reach. Watch as one elder studies the scene, then selects a sturdy branch. With careful precision, she uses it to dislodge the fruit, sending it tumbling down for the troop to share. This is not mere instinct, but the spark of innovation, a solution born from observation and learning. Nearby, a clever crow perches beside a shallow pool, a stone clutched in its beak. Dropping it into the water, the crow watches as the liquid rises, bringing a floating insect within reach. It is a simple act, yet it speaks volumes. Each stone is a stepping stone in a process of trial and error, a testament to persistence and memory. On the open plains, a family of elephants approaches a stand of thorny acacia. The matriarch tests the wind, then uses her trunk to snap off branches, skillfully stripping away thorns before sharing the tender leaves with her calf. These gentle giants pass down knowledge from one generation to the next, their wisdom preserved in the memories of the herd. Out in the grasslands, a honey badger faces a locked burrow, its prize, a hive of wild bees hidden deep inside. Undeterred, it unearths a stick and works tirelessly, poking and prodding until the nest is exposed. The badger's persistence is matched only by its ingenuity, as it braves stings for a sweet reward. Even the smallest minds show remarkable cunning. An ant solves the maze of a fallen log, communicating with its sisters through complex trails of scent. Together they build bridges from their own bodies, spanning gaps and overcoming obstacles as a unified whole. Across the savage kingdom, these acts of problem-solving reveal a hidden tapestry of intelligence, one that is measured not in words but in actions. In the wild, every puzzle solved is a triumph of adaptation, a silent story written in the language of survival. Here the mind is as mighty as the claw, and the greatest victories are won not by force, but by wit. Beneath the towering grass and tangled roots of the savage kingdom, a quieter world pulses with activity, one ruled not by fang or claw, but by the countless feet of insects. Though often overlooked, these tiny creatures are the kingdom's invisible architects, tirelessly shaping the land and sustaining the web of life. In the stillness of dawn, a colony of termites awakens. With synchronized precision, workers emerge from their towering mound, each carrying a grain of soil. Layer by layer, they reinforce their fortress, a structure that rises above the plain like a monument to cooperation. Deep within, the queen presides over a bustling metropolis, her subjects recycling dead wood and returning vital nutrients to the earth. Termites, though small, are nature's engineers, turning decay into the foundation for new growth. Not far away, the forest floor trembles with the march of army ants. These relentless hunters sweep through the undergrowth in living rivers, consuming everything in their path, yet their presence brings balance, culling the weak and leaving behind a path for new life to flourish. In their wake, birds and mammals follow, seizing the opportunity to feast on fleeing prey. The ant's journey is both a battle and a blessing, a force that shapes the very flow of the ecosystem. High above, a butterfly alights on a wildflower, its delicate wings dusted with pollen. With each gentle landing, it carries life from bloom to bloom, weaving together the fates of plants and animals alike. Pollinators, bees, butterflies, beetles are the silent matchmakers of the kingdom, ensuring that forests blossom and fields bear fruit. Their work is unseen, yet it sustains the very breath of the wild. Beneath the soil, dung beetles labor in the shadows, rolling their precious cargo across the savanna. With remarkable strength they bury the waste of giants, enriching the earth and preventing disease. Each beetle's journey is a cycle of renewal, a silent ritual that keeps the kingdom clean and fertile. In every corner of the savage kingdom, insects are the pulse that drives the rhythm of life. They build, they clean, they connect and create. Though their world may be hidden, its impact is profound, woven through every leaf, every tree, and every life that calls this wild place home. In the grand tapestry of survival, it is the smallest hands that hold the threads together. Beneath the shimmering skin of water, the savage kingdom continues, hidden from the eyes of the land. Here, survival is a dance of adaptation, where every creature is shaped by the currents, the shadows, and the ever-present challenge of staying alive. A school of silver fish glides through the reeds, their synchronized movements a living shield against lurking predators. Each flick of a fin sends ripples through the water, confusing would-be hunters like the silent, serpentine pike that waits in ambush. In the aquatic world, unity is protection, and even the smallest fish knows the value of moving as one. On the muddy riverbed, a camouflaged catfish lies motionless, its whiskers quivering with the faintest vibrations. Sensing the approach of a careless crayfish, it lunges from the gloom, turning patience and stealth into a sudden feast. In these murky depths, success belongs to those who master the art of stillness. Above, a dragonfly nymph prowls the shallows, its extendable jaw snapping at passing prey. Though it may one day soar above the water, for now it is a formidable hunter, its body perfectly designed for ambush and attack. Here, the boundaries between predator and prey are ever shifting, dictated by size, speed, and cunning. In the open lake, a family of otters darts between lily pads. Their streamlined bodies slip through the water with effortless grace, using teamwork to herd fish into tight, glittering clusters. Each member plays a role, some driving, others blocking escape until the hunt is won. For these mammals, survival is a lesson in cooperation, honed by generations beneath the waves. Hidden among the rocks, a tiny freshwater shrimp fans its feathery legs, filtering invisible food from the current. Life below the surface is not just a battle, it is a constant search for opportunity. Every nook and cranny, every eddy and shadow offers a chance to feed, to hide, to thrive. From the silent stalkers in the mud to the swift swimmers in the open water, aquatic survivors have shaped a world of endless innovation. Their struggles and triumphs unfold in silence, witnessed only by those who share their watery realm. In this kingdom beneath the kingdom, the fight for life is as fierce and as beautiful as anywhere on land. Across the savage kingdom, time is marked not by clocks but by the turning of seasons, each one a force that reshapes the very fabric of life. As the first chill of winter creeps across the land, rivers slow and harden to glass, and icy winds sweep the plains. Herds of antelope bunch tightly together, their warm breath rising in clouds, each muscle tensed against the hunger that gnaws at the edges of frost-bitten grass. In the forests, a red fox treads softly over snow, its coat thick and radiant, ears pricked for the faintest rustle beneath the white. Mice and voles tunnel deep, their secret lives hidden from the frozen world above. Spring arrives with a burst of colour and sound. Melting ice, swelling buds, and the chorus of frogs calling for mates. Everywhere new life stirs. Bear cubs tumble from their den, blinking in the golden sunlight. High above, migratory birds return in swirling flocks, painting the sky with hope and hunger. The race to claim territory and find food begins anew, as predators and prey alike are drawn into nature's relentless contest. Summer brings abundance, but also new challenges. The sun blazes overhead, rivers run swift and strong, and the days stretch long. Lion cubs wrestle in the shade, while their mothers prowl the grasslands in search of a meal. In the wetlands, crocodile hatchlings scurry from their sandy nests, each one a tiny miracle fighting for survival. The heat draws animals to shrinking waterholes, where alliances and rivalries are forged in the dust and glare. Then, as the days shorten, autumn's golden cloak settles over the kingdom. Leaves fall in swirling drifts, and the air grows crisp. Squirrels scurry to bury acorns, preparing for leaner times. Monarch butterflies gather in shimmering clouds, embarking on epic journeys guided by instinct alone. For many, this is a season of preparation, a final push to store fat, to find shelter, to ready the next generation for the cold ahead. Through drought and deluge, blizzard and bloom, the creatures of the savage kingdom endure. The seasons are both adversary and ally, testing, shaping, and inspiring every living heart. In this endless cycle of transformation, survival belongs to the adaptable, the resilient, and the wise. Here, in the wild's eternal rhythm, life is always on the move, forever changed by the turning of the world. In the savage kingdom, survival often means competition, but hidden among the daily struggles are remarkable partnerships, alliances that blur the boundaries between predator and prey, plant and animal, even land and sky. Here, life is not only defined by rivalry, but also by cooperation and trust. Beneath the shade of the acacia, herds of zebra and wildebeest graze side by side. Their alliance is unspoken, yet vital. The sharp eyes of the zebra spot danger, while the wildebeest's acute sense of smell detects the faintest hint of a lurking predator. Together, they form a living early warning system, each species benefiting from the other's strengths. When a lioness crouches low in the grass, it is often the nervous snort of a zebra that sends the whole assembly thundering to safety. Further afield, in the tangled canopy, a tiny oxpecker bird flutters down to land on the back of a colossal buffalo. Its beak searches for ticks and parasites, feasting on what would otherwise sap the great beast's strength. The buffalo tolerates this intrusion, sometimes even seeking it out, each species thriving because of the other, a partnership forged by necessity and honed by time. Below the surface of a muddy riverbank, a crocodile lies half submerged, jaws agape. At first glance, it appears to be a silent threat, but look closer, and you'll see the delicate figure of an Egyptian plover bird hopping boldly into the reptile's maw. It picks at scraps of meat lodged between razor-sharp teeth, cleaning the predator's mouth and earning a meal in return. Trust is rare in the kingdom, but here it is essential. A truce that defies the laws of fear. Even the plant world is woven into these intricate networks. In the heart of the savanna, acacia trees enlist armies of ants, offering sweet nectar in exchange for protection. The ants patrol the branches, driving off hungry herbivores with stinging bites, while the tree provides shelter and sustenance. Together they thrive where others would wither. These are the quiet alliances, bonds of benefit and sometimes of necessity, from the cleaning stations of coral reefs where fish of every color line up for a parasite-removing service, to the vast migrations that follow the flowering of grasses and the blooming of trees. The savage kingdom is a tapestry of interdependence. In this world, no creature is truly alone. Survival is not just a matter of strength, but of connection, of finding allies, forming bonds, and embracing the delicate dance of give and take. In the silent language of mutual need, the wild teaches us that sometimes the most powerful force is not the struggle for dominance, but the quiet strength of cooperation. In the savage kingdom, survival hinges not just on tooth and claw, but on the senses, hidden worlds of perception that shape every moment. Each creature navigates its realm with abilities that defy human comprehension, weaving a sensory tapestry as rich as the landscape itself. A bat darts through the twilight, its vision useless in the gathering dusk. But with each beat of its wings, it sends out a rapid-fire volley of high-pitched chirps, too sharp for any ear but its own. The echoes bounce back, painting a ghostly map of the night, prey, branches, and even the flutter of a moth's wings rendered in perfect detail. To the bat, the darkness is alive with information. Far below, a herd of elephants moves in near silence. Their massive frames belie a delicate ability. They communicate in low, rumbling calls that travel for miles through the earth itself. These infrasound messages, unheard by most, bind the herd in a web of connection, alerting distant relatives to water, warning of danger, or simply sharing the comfort of presence. On the savanna, a chameleon sits motionless, its eyes working independently. Each orb scans a different world, watching for both predators and prey. When the moment is right, those eyes lock forward, depth calculated with surgical precision. In a heartbeat, its tongue strikes, a blur too fast for sight itself, guided by senses honed to perfection. In the river's murky depths, a crocodile waits. Its vision is clouded, but its skin is alive with sensors that detect the faintest vibrations, a splash, a ripple, the flutter of a fish's fin. The world of water is one of movement and pressure, a silent language that only the patient hunter can interpret. High above, a vulture circles on invisible currents. From dizzying heights, its keen eyes spot the glint of a carcass miles away. To the vulture, the world is a patchwork of opportunity, each detail magnified by an acuity beyond imagination. Here in the savage kingdom, perception is power. From the ultraviolet vision of the bee, tracing patterns hidden in each flower, to the acute sense of smell of the wild dog, able to track a trail days old, every animal is a master of its own hidden world. In this realm, reality is not fixed. It is shaped by senses unseen, giving rise to 1,000 ways to survive, to thrive, to find one's place in the untamed wild. In the savage kingdom, survival is not a moment, it is a legacy, etched into bone and sinew by the relentless passage of time. Here, every creature is the product of an ancient contest shaped by the invisible hand of evolution, their tactics honed across countless generations. Long before the first sunrise pierced the wild horizons, tiny creatures learned to vanish from sight. Some donned scales that shimmered like leaves, others grew fur that mirrored the shifting shadows of the forest floor. Camouflage became a silent language written in patterns and pigments, an arms race as old as life itself. Predators, too, were transformed by the demands of the hunt. Fangs lengthened, claws curved, and muscles coiled with explosive power. But brute force alone was never enough. Wolves learned to coordinate, weaving through the grasslands as a living tide. Lions perfected the art of ambush, patience their greatest weapon. In the rivers, crocodiles became masters of stillness, their bodies nearly indistinguishable from the drifting logs. Defenses evolved in tandem, armor plating the hides of pangolins, quills bristling on the backs of porcupines, toxins lurking in the skin of tiny frogs. Some creatures took to the skies, feathers unfurling in a dazzling display of escape, while others tunneled deep below the earth, carving labyrinths where danger could not follow. Even the smallest adaptations could tip the balance, the burrow of a meerkat, the spines of a hedgehog, the nocturnal habits of a leopard, all are answers to the same question: how to endure, how to outlast, how to live to see another dawn. Season by season, millennium after millennium, these strategies are tested, discarded, refined. There are no shortcuts in the wild. Every tactic is paid for in the coin of survival, and so the savage kingdom is a living archive. Its creatures the authors of an endless story, written not in words, but in the language of adaptation. No human hand guides this tale. Only the silent, ceaseless force of evolution, sculpting the wild into forms both beautiful and strange. Here, survival is not just a struggle, it is an ever-changing dance, a testament to the ingenuity of life itself. In the savage kingdom, boundaries are not drawn on maps, they are etched, sprayed and sung into the very fabric of the wild. Here, territory is more than just land. It is life, safety and legacy. For every creature, the right to claim a space means the difference between prosperity and peril. The silent language of territory marking is written in scents, sounds, and subtle signs. A leopard gliding through the underbrush pauses to rub its cheek against a tree trunk. With each motion, it leaves behind a signature, a blend of oils and pheromones that warns rivals this place is taken. Wolves patrol their borders, lifting their legs to mark rocks and grasses, weaving a tapestry of invisible boundaries that only the keenest noses can decipher. Scent is not the only message. Birds declare their dominion at dawn, filling the air with song. Each melody is a proclamation. This perch, this patch of forest belongs to me. For the tiny ant trails of pheromones carve invisible highways across the forest floor, guiding kin and repelling outsiders. Every mark is a promise and a challenge. To trespass is to invite confrontation, sometimes a brief skirmish, sometimes a battle that echoes through the trees. Even so, the art of marking is not just about conflict, it is a tool for peace, a way to avoid costly fights by making intentions clear long before predators meet or herds collide. From the scratch marks on a tree to the chorus of frogs at dusk, the wild is alive with these silent negotiations. Each sign is a reminder. In the savage kingdom, survival is not only about strength or cunning, but about knowing and holding your place in the world. In the hidden clearings and sun-dappled shadows of the savage kingdom, a different kind of contest unfolds. Here, the air is filled not with the tension of battle, but with the exuberance of play. For the young of the wild, play is more than a pastime. It is the first classroom, the crucible in which survival skills are forged. A lion cub tumbles through the grass, pouncing on its sibling with a mock roar, tiny claws sheathed, teeth barely grazing, The cub learns the subtleties of the hunt, timing, stealth, and the art of surprise. Nearby, a group of elephant calves chase each other around their elders' legs, trumpeting with delight. In these games, they master the language of their herd, testing strength and forming bonds that will last a lifetime. In the branches above, adolescent monkeys leap and twist with impossible agility, their games of tag honing balance and coordination. A fox-kit stalks a fluttering leaf, eyes wide with focus, practicing the patience and precision that will one day mean the difference between hunger and a full belly. Even the smallest creatures are not exempt from this vital ritual. Young otters wrestle by the riverbank, their slippery antics building the muscles and reflexes needed to navigate swift currents. Wolf pups engage in tug-of-war with sticks, learning when to yield and when to stand firm, a lesson in cooperation and hierarchy. But play is not always gentle. It can be fierce, chaotic, and unpredictable. Through these mock battles and wild chases, boundaries are tested and hierarchies established, all without the deadly consequences of real conflict. Mistakes made in play are lessons, not tragedies. There are no spectators here, no human eyes to judge or intervene. The wild is both playground and teacher, its lessons written in the dust, the water, and the wind. In every leap and tumble, every playful nip and chase, the future of the savage kingdom is shaped. For in this world, the games of youth are the training grounds of survival. And every moment of play, every laugh like call and exuberant bound is a rehearsal for the challenges of life that lie ahead.